start with you. So I love musicals, and this one was so fun with the reimagined songs and all the choreography. So talk to me about what that prep looked like to get it to be what we see.
It was a lot of work. It was quite a workout. Like we were in pretty good shape by the end of it, but it kind of looked like so. For the first week or two, we worked on kind of making that soundtrack. And so, like when we would start our dance rehearsals, we'd be like rehearsing to like what the songs would actually sound like. And then I think rehearsals lasted for about 3 weeks, where we included those dance rehearsals, and that would kind of include about 8-hour dance days, which is kind of a lot on the body. And our wonderful choreographer, Milena, she was incredible with us. Just really just such an incredible teacher because like I'm not a great dancer, and she really she just is so patient.
The singing too much? I couldn't decide.
No, that's what got me.
Oh, the singing?
Hmm?
Nice.
Real, this is your first feature film, and wow. It's quite one. So for you, what did you enjoy most about the process?
It's such a great experience. I think like I grew up doing musicals, so it was very nice to have that element be something that was so familiar to me, given that this is my first feature. I think my favorite like part of the process, I think, was being in the recording studio. It was those first 2 weeks before we while we were still rehearsing and like before we had started filming it all. Just we posted up in this studio. They like made a booth in like the closet in the corner of this like of the music room at camp, and it all felt very like organic and DIY, and it was just like such a great environment, and like doing a thing that I love, just like getting to sing and record is always a treat, and working with Adam was unbelievable. Adam and Corey, they were the producers, the music producers, and it was just so easy to like have fun with them and like give and they like really drew out like what they needed in the best and anything to make us sound like incredible. And yeah, in that little closet we made the soundtrack, which is so good.
Anytime that you have an ensemble, it's so important that you all have that kind of intangible chemistry that we see on screen. And Kat,
Yeah.
I understand that you guys were able to have a few bonding experiences around Nashville, and you even went to a musical together. What did that look like?
So we did get to, they made sure that like we had several different times where like we have bonding experiences. I think our first one of our producers, Gabe, had a big dinner at his house where we all got to get together and hang out with the crew as well. And then our director Roman had us over to his house a few times, and he is so cool. Me and Jahbril, we got to take pictures with his VMA, which was like the coolest experience ever. And they also surprised us one night with dinner downtown in Nashville and tickets to Dear Evan Hansen, which was like, so I had never gotten to see it. And so that was just like such a special experience to share with my castmates, because we were just getting to know each other. And like, it was just to be like filming a movie musical and then going to see like, a musical is just super cool. And I spent a lot of time with Bailey as well, who plays Avery. And so me and her would spend a lot of time in Nashville when we had off time, going to get like brunch or going shopping for trailer stuff.
In the film, your character is kind of scared to tell Presley that he has feelings for her. And in turn, she feels like inadequate, maybe not good enough. And it could be such a relatable theme to anyone, regardless of your age. So
Yeah.
for you, will you talk a little bit about exploring that relationship on screen?
I think with any character, you kind of have to feed on like your own personal experiences, and obviously it's not one-to-one. Like you put your own experiences onto the experiences of the other character. And for George in particular, I think a lot he's a very anxious guy, so I kind of had to channel my own like natural anxiety. And yeah, no, I think it's something that everyone can relate to, like who didn't have a crush that they felt shy around. Like I think and that's the thing that I love so much about George and all of these characters. It's like they're all very relatable in their own way. Like you can see a little bit of yourself in all of them. And ultimately the like message of the movie is that everyone is like unique in their own way, and that's like perfectly acceptable. Like it's something to be celebrated. Everyone's like, quirks and interests and personality that a lot of the characters feel like they need to change, but in the end we find out that no, they were always good enough.
Absolutely. I feel like one of the main themes too is this idea of defining moments, looking for them, being aware of them, and seeing how much something can change by allowing an influence or not allowing an influence. Lastly, do either of you have kind of a defining moment that stands out, or has there been a time where something happened in your life that you'll forever remember?
I mean, if I'm gonna be honest, it's getting the role in this movie. This is it's been a whirlwind, and I mean, I mean, plucked out of, as Jabril was plucked out of an open national call for this to suddenly be a lead in a Netflix movie. Like, this is a very defining moment for me, and I'm sure Jabril would say the same.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, yeah, you only have one first feature.